Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So this video is going to be posted on this channel, but also my new channel. So if you guys didn't know already, I'm actually really into woodworking. I do a lot of woodworking and stuff like that. So I'm going to be starting a second YouTube channel for the woodworking stuff. So if any of you guys are interested in that, go check that out. The link will be in the description below. But since this video is going to be posted on both channels, this video is mostly going to be for the second channel. So what I thought I'd do for my first video is just kind of a tour of the shop. And if you're coming from my main channel, the farming one, and you guys have been watching for a while, you may have already seen the shop a little bit, because I have made a few videos about woodworking a few years back. So a lot has happened to the shop, pretty much just in the past year, really. So this house was built in, I believe, 1901. So this basement is incredibly old, and it was not exactly very pretty or usable when we first moved in. So over here you'll see this is what the old walls were. Basically it is a bunch of rocks essentially stacked on top of each other with a bunch of whitewash covering it. So here you can kind of see what those rocks basically looked like. And basically this stuff makes a mess. All this whitewash just kind of peels off and gets all over the floor, and it's a mess. So what I've been doing the past year or two now is basically putting up these walls over here. So this was the first wall I did. It's not very pretty. Originally this was the only wall I was going to do, just because I wanted to hang stuff on it. That was my original idea. Anyway, the only wood that I had at the time to cover this whole wall was old barn wood that we had in our barn. And you can see it's kind of cracking. The tools that I used to cut it at the time was a jigsaw, and not exactly the best cuts. So this wall was built little over a year ago, I believe. And then I really like this. It's a big improvement compared to what I had before. So I decided to move on to this wall over here. Got a few panels up. This time I used plywood, just pressed particle wood. And this was a lot better. Painted it all white, make it look a little brighter in here. And I really liked it. So over here, this has always kind of been my wood storage area. So in fact, just in the past few weeks, I've put up all these walls and all these shelves. So now I have all the wood, pretty much all the wood, I should say, up off the ground. And now I can put these three larger tools over here. And basically I have a lot more space. So if you don't know what the shop kind of looked like a few years back, I will put a few pictures or some video clips on the screen right now. But basically, at the time of at least this video that you're seeing, I was pretty much just getting into woodworking, especially on my own. And I didn't have too many tools, and I was just kind of getting by with what I had. This was the only space I had to use to actually woodwork in. And store my tools. So basically I just put everything in here and kind of built stuff. The first things that I was building with was pallet wood. I would take apart pallets and build little things out of them and try to sell them for a profit. And that worked for quite a while. But lately, especially the past year or two, I've been getting into higher end woodworking stuff. So I decided to make my first river table, because I've always kind of found that stuff interesting and really cool. So I actually have a video of that on my main channel, which I might post on this channel too. But that was my first river table I've ever built, and that piece of live edge wood that I used was the first piece of live edge wood I've ever bought or ever even seen in real life. That was the nicest stuff I've ever seen. And now, it's a few years later, I have actually made 4 or 5 river tables now. I'll put a few pictures on the screen of all the tables that I've made. And I'm still making those. Or I should say I'm still going to be making those. But right now I've been getting into charcuterie boards. They're really popular nowadays, and you can actually sell them for a decent amount of money. So I'm going to be making a few videos about that, and basically about anything that is related to woodworking. So you can see I'm actually in the middle of building one right now. This is just a chunk of hickory wood. Just carved a fancy handle into it, and now I'm just sanding it. And then basically, if you don't know what a charcuterie board is, basically it is a serving tray. So you can put food on this and then serve it out on people, serve it to people at the table, and basically just a fancy way to serve food. So the one thing with these is we have to use food safe finishes. So we've been kind of testing around on those finishes since I really haven't used any finishes like that before. Over here I got a few more blanks that I'm going to be carving into. This piece here I'm actually going to use some epoxy for, and it'll be roughly the same size as this board here. So all this right here will be epoxy, but this is a real nice piece of walnut, or black walnut I should say. So I'll be making quite a few of those. Try and start selling those a little bit too. But yeah, that's pretty much the shop. There's not too much interesting stuff in here, I guess. Nothing real big or major. These are my 3 biggest tools here. I've been upgrading my tools a lot lately, just trying to get them a little bit nicer so I can make nicer products. So one thing I did want to mention in this video especially, my main thing that I do basically is farming, all the farm work. So the only time I really get a chance to do woodworking is in the winter. So videos are not going to be coming out as much as my main channel is. And basically most of my videos are going to be posted in the winter. So I just wanted you guys to know that. So if you don't see a video for a few months, that's why. Because I'm busy farming. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video, guys. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to say, write them down in the comments, and I'll try my best to respond to all of them. But anyway, I look forward to making more videos on this channel. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.